Ready, we good? We're live. Here we go. Yeah! Welcome to another episode of my Drunk Uncle's podcast. I'm Uncle Lazer, and this is my co-host, Kickin' Wing, from the Joe Dirt movie, The Firecracker Stand guy. What a piece. The snakes and sparklers kind of guy. How we doing, Bobby Flacco?
Wait, are we rolling?
Oh, we're live, dude.
This is live?
We're live. Before we start here, as you can tell, it's a new little setup. We got rid of Gary Mouse, and we're going to the big leagues, and sometimes you got to trim the fat and the court cases right out. You know what I'm saying? So this is a new Drinking Bros setup down here. We'll be here for about a month, and we got a new studio of our own moving in. I want to give a shout out here to our new producer, G. G stands for Greek. I thought he was an Italian young man. He informed me he's actually Greece or Gretchen. How do you say that, Bobby?
Greek, dude.
Is it just Greek?
It's just Greek.
The Greek freak, and we'll be filming here. He'll be our producer going forward. We're going to share some laughs, share some loves, maybe share coke. No, I quit that, right? I quit that. I don't do that anymore. Bobby Flacco, how have you been? You look great.
Yeah, thanks, man. I've been great. I finally got my hair brushed out. That's why it's braided today, because I had fucking knots that were constantly pulling on my fucking brain and kind of keeping me plagued, you know what I mean, in my mind. So I'm glad to have freed myself up in my thoughts, and I feel like I'm moving forward again, man. Thanks for asking. How do you feel?
Yeah, man. How many tamales did you sell out of your trunk this morning?
You fucking asshole. Well, you look like you have art teacher arms right now. What are you talking about?
Relax, dude. Art teacher arms. No, so some exciting news from the Nether Hour camp, right? Y'all are finally dropping the album.
Yeah.
What's the date on that? People have been asking me non-fucking stop, and I'm tired of it.
Well, when's this going to... This is going to be out next Wednesday?
No, this will be out... It's going to be cut in 20 minutes, and once we're done... We're not with Gary Roust anymore. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Leave my fucking friend alone already. You've been mean enough, dude.
I hope he gets...
He's bleaching his hair right now as we speak.
He's got mom spaghetti on his spaghetti already. You know what I'm saying, dude? He's in a bind, dude. Yeah. Now, God bless your soul, Gary Faust. You know, I got tired of looking across the goddamn desk and seeing that cottage cheese body. You know what I'm saying? It was really taking a toll on my mental health. Sometimes a little change of scenery goes a long fucking way. Am I right, Bobby?
Yeah, absolutely, dude.
But April 13th it drops, or when's it?
Yeah. So April 13th, which is next Thursday. So 8 days from today, we'll have the whole fucking album out, baby.
And the next single off the album is going to be "Colors of the Wind," the Pocahontas song.
Yeah, baby.
Zing, he's back.
All right.
Yeah, so let's get into it. We got a pretty exciting show today. Like I said, it's a little new. We're trying to figure it out as we go. But our fucking guest for today, for the new studio, we'll call this episode number 1, because this is where life truly began, is a good friend of ours. He's a hellacious musician. He drums with Nether Hour most of the time. Not all the time, but most of the time, huh?
Yeah, I mean, typically, you know what I mean? He plays all over the place.
Plays all over the place. He's a fucking rambling, slambling man. He's a drummer for Kill Tony. He's the incredible executioner. He beats those drums to a fucking pulp. Y'all give it up for my boy, Mikey Gonzales.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Come on in, baby. All right. You can put the headphones on, or you can leave them off in the room, man.
One on.
Are you going to put your hat on with your spoon?
Yeah. In a little bit, maybe. I don't know. I like how the headphones feel.
Okay, well, here. I don't want to be a fucking asshole.
Yeah, don't be an asshole. It sounds way better. You sound way better in mix.
You got two Mexicans and a white, dude. You got to put them on.
Well, we got a Greek now, too.
And we got a Greek.
Yeah, put the cans on, boy.
I'm not going to lie to you. This is killing my hair. Oh, fuck this.
All right.
I'm about image, as you all know. Mikey,
What's up, man?
How the hell you been? What's been going on? Give us the inside scoop here.
Man, I've been all right. I've been missing this dude a lot.
Hey, good to see you, baby.
Good to see you, bro.
Where you been, though?
I've been all over the place, man. Gina Chavez has been taking me all over the world.
Yeah, so you're her professional drummer.
That's right. Yeah.
How's that? Where y'all been going? Where y'all been playing?
So just recently we got back from where were we? We were in North Carolina.
Okay.
We were outside of Charlotte, outside of Raleigh, and then we were in Atlanta for a night in Decatur.
That's a Ku Klux Klan area up there.
That's
right?
KKK.
Is that KKK country? right?
Thank God we didn't.
Y'all didn't have any run-ins.
No
run-ins.
No,
Okay,
no fucking taco stands out there either.
No, they don't even serve Mexican breakfast tacos in the morning. No one gets up that early. You know what I'm
Apparently,
saying?
that's what we heard the other day.
I'm telling you.
Monday night.
Telling you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that boy from Alabama, I actually was in Florida with one of his buddies. I met them at the creek the other day. That dude, he did good.
Yeah,
he
he did
looks
great.
like John F. Kennedy, though, like, or that air, that, you know, like the 50s air. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. But that's a cool guy.
He looked more like Buddy Holly or something.
Or Buddy Holly, yeah. I guess, like.
Why'd you say JFK?
You know, I don't know why I said that, Bobby. Thank you, dude. Maybe it's that big fucking joint we smoked in the truck before we walked in, dude. Why don't you just tell my business?
All right.
Jesus Christ, dude. Go bake a pie or something, leave it in a windowsill, you fucking single mother. Jesus Christ.
Yo, dude, I got to pick up the kids from practice.
Let it flow in the wind. Dude.
Yeah, dude. But you're on tour with her, and then how's it work with having to make it to Kill Tony every Monday, too? I guess, is there sometimes, because I've been there sometimes where you're not there, it's just kind of, is it conflict with your schedule?
It does sometimes. Like in February, we were out in Central America.
How was that, Bubs?
Dude, it was great, man. We were in Honduras and we were in Costa Rica for 18 days.
What a fucking treat, dude.
Yeah, it was great. It was great, man. We were teaching music to young kids and playing shows out there for the people, and we had a fucking blast.
So Bobby was telling me when we were in the truck earlier, he said, so you didn't even start drumming until you were fucking 17.
18, man.
18.
Yeah.
And then you got like a scholarship or something to go to UT?
I didn't.
You didn't
man.
get a scholarship.
So check this out. So when I went to school, I auditioned for the program at UT. And I had no idea that there was a classical audition and a drum set audition. So I went in just, practicing drums. That jazz audition went great.
Yeah.
The head of the department came out and told my mom, he's got a great chance of getting in.
Really?
Yeah.
And at that point, you've been drumming for how long? Two years?
About a year.
About a year. Okay.
Yeah, so all of my senior year, for sure.
Okay.
So 10 minutes, 15 minutes after, they were like, okay, cool, you gotta get ready for your classical audition.
Sure.
And I'm fucking looking at my mom, my cousin's sitting right next to me. I was like, whoa, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Right.
Yeah.
I have nothing prepared. So I was like, well, fuck it. I'm going to go in and try to play my way through. I sat, they had me come in, sit behind a snare drum and then behind a xylophone or like a marimba. Yeah. And had me play. And they stopped me at 5 seconds each. They were like, nah, we got it. We know, you're not
classically trained.
No,
yet.
not at all. Actually.
Yeah.
So that ended up happening. That a month later, I get a letter in the mail that said, "Now you're not good enough." Essentially, to be a part of the program. So I spent my entire first semester. I was a bio major at UT, studying science and bullshit like that.
Nice. No, I mean, whatever.
I mean, it was whatever. But I spent that entire semester practicing to get into the music school, and finally, I did. December of that year or that semester, I re-auditioned. Got
a year later, you're back at it and you're knocking down doors.
Yeah, man. Well, a semester. So 4 months later, knocking down doors, and then I had to start the program at UT is A and B, so you can't start the middle of the year. You have to wait till the following semester.
The following year, you can't. Yeah.
So I ended up finishing the program in 3 years instead of 4.
What'd you do before drums? You grew up in the Valley, right? Obviously,
man.
Right? Were y'all friends in high school or?
No, I wish I knew this fool in high school.
Yeah, it would have been
Dude,
fun.
Bobby was a fucking nerd in high school.
No,
dude.
I wasn't. You didn't know me in high school, you idiot.
I felt like I did, dude.
You didn't even go to school, dog. You used to fucking walk to the store barefoot.
I did, actually, dude. I got really tough feet.
Yeah, I know you do. They're little, too.
Yeah, they
got tiny feet?
The bridge of my arch is like that, dude. It kind of like the doctor shows challenge I have to wear. There's like a platform shoe in there, dude, to balance my foot out.
You got little hooves like Philippines.
Yeah, they clack when I fucking sleep under the bridge and catch catfish. Fuck you, Bobby.
Clickety clack, clickety clack. Here comes Uncle Lazer.
Yeah, it was different times. Well, I moved from the Valley whenever I was 5.
What part of the Valley were you in? What part of the Valley were you in, Mikey?
Oh, me?
Yeah,
I thought you were talking about. I'm from Brownsville, man.
Oh, so okay.
Yeah, I'm the tip of the star.
Damn, baby.
Yeah, border town.
Damn, I love it down there.
It's great.
I love it down there.
It's great, dude. To be honest, when I left, I was like, I got to get out of here. I got to move away. I got to figure out how to do this music thing. Austin ended up being the best place for me.
Yeah.
But after I graduated and being here by yourself, you got to pay bills and you got to start playing and doing all this shit. You're like, man, I miss home a little bit.
Yeah.
I miss the food. Dude, I miss my family.
I fucking hated my mom most of my fucking life. Like, I hated her. I mean, she's punched me in the face several times. We did not get along. But as I got older and I'm like paying bills and shit, I'm like, yo, it wasn't that bad at Mama's. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It wasn't that bad. Like I mean, my mom's my best friend now. You know what I'm saying? Like you miss that shit. Like when you don't have it for a while, dude. Yeah. Going through life sucks dick. Paying rent and shit sucks.
Dude. Fuck.
Yeah, that's when I realized I was an asshole growing up.
I was like, Mom,
man,
sorry,
I took
bro.
everything for granted.
I'm like, my bad, you know. Boy, I sure could use a car. You know what I'm saying?
Beep, beep.
Hey, another thing we need to talk about real quick, guys. You know, hey, we podcast on Wednesdays, every Wednesdays. Bobby knows that. But Bobby has made it a point and duty in the past every single Wednesday to be as far away from me as he can so that I have to go pick him up and have my Wednesday completely destroyed or else he won't make it there because he does an Uber and he can't walk that far. He was in fucking Bastrop this morning. I had to go get him from. So that was incredible.
I'm sorry Eli lives so far, dude.
Yeah, dude. Okay. You know what?
I could have gone pick you up, bro.
It's all good. Don't worry about it. I don't even know why he's complaining. He lives like 10 minutes from there.
But anyway, so you're in the Valley, moved to Austin.
Yep.
You goddamn 1 semester later, you just was practicing every fucking day, like
Every
trying
day,
to get it out. What is your favorite style of music to play? As far as like classical, like jazz, or what do you think?
Well, I did jazz for that's my degree. I graduated with a jazz performance degree.
What does a man do when he graduates with a music degree like that?
That's funny, dude. You throw it away. You put it in the trash.
It's like a liberal arts degree, basically. Like it's really like not that you can really. I mean, hey, I can paint, but
you know what I did? I gave it to my grandfather because my grandfather paid for my schooling.
Fuck yeah,
yeah. So he's got it. He's got it up at the house with a lot of other my sisters and my cousins. We all have. He paid for all our schooling.
Yeah.
He has his own company. He built his shit from the ground up. So he saved all that money. Any of my family, my cousins, whoever wanted to go to school, it's already paid for.
That's dope, man. That's super dope.
I did the thing, and I graduated, and him and my grandma they've only seen me play one time. It's my senior recital. Before my grandmother passed, she got to see me play.
That's I like that. That's heart moving.
Yeah.
There,
so
man.
with that degree, it's up in his house, and I left it there. And I just you got with the music stuff, you got to go out and you got to play and you got to meet a shit ton of people.
You got to network.
Yeah,
it's the same shit as comedy.
Absolutely.
It's the same shit. How did so you get out of school? You're looking for. Were you in a bunch of fuck ton of rock bands, country bands, Mexican music bands? I mean,
dude. I'm everything.
Everything.
I started playing country music while I was in school with a buddy of mine, my best friend Andrew Schindler. Shout out, homie. He lives in LA right now.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I did the jazz thing. We were playing in restaurants, doing jazz gigs, trio shit, quartet shit. And then when I graduated, I didn't have any stable gigs. So I ended up getting a job at Tiff's Treats. Your boy was slanging cookies every day.
Nice. Those are good fucking cookies.
Yeah, great cookies.
Late night. Yeah. Hey, Tiff's, come on down.
Come on down.
The price, we'll make the price right for you.
I don't really eat too many sweets, but as you can see, this guy indulges quite often. He wonders, he's like, oh, dude, I'm going to go to the gym after I eat fucking 5 Kit Kats and a fucking goddamn honey bun.
That's what we're doing, guys. I picked him up from Smithsville down the road, and this is what we're doing. He's just going to come at me like that.
Here we go.
Looking like a... Oh, man. Jesus Christ. Anyways, so working at Tiff's, and then fucking what's the most bands you've been in at one time? How crazy did that get?
I mean, even right now, dude, I'm probably like 5 or 6. Or I get called for, doing these one-offs with these artists who the drummer can't make it, and drummer's a friend of mine.
And you just pick it up and pop.
Yeah, try to.
Yeah.
The last time I'm playing with a band on Sunday called Metro Cage. A buddy of mine, Marshall Coomer, is the drummer for that band. So the first time he called me like maybe a day or two before and was like, "Hey, dude, I can't make the gig. Can you fill in?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, hell yeah, dude. I learned the stuff. I make my charts. I get prepared and try to shed that shit out before I go." And it ended up being a really
good gig.
thing. Yeah.
So you don't even get a chance to practice. You just got to listen to music and write the shit out yourself.
Yeah, man.
For the pauses, breaks, and all that shit.
That's usually how it goes with these last minute calls, dude.
Damn, dude.
South by was this past South by was only that for me. Like last minute calls, literally got
just
a
a
call.
Hired gun coming to sit in.
Try me.
Yeah, but that's a different type of fucking skill.
You got to be an animal to do that.
Yeah, well, because you could be absolutely crazy and fill in with any fucking jazz band or anybody and play this and that and fucking jam. You know what I mean? But it's a different kind of skill to be a hired gun where you show up and you play the fucking song.
How they do it, yeah. Right. I mean, you got to be, that's next level, I would think. You know, anybody can be a flash in the pan, but...
It's two different lanes, I feel like, because it's also next level to be up there and fucking just shed the universe and bend time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Do you wear that shirt on stage, Bobby? Is that a shirt you
He's
wear?
worn it a couple times. And then there's times where...
No, this is the 6th day in the row he's had it on today. That's why I'm asking. So I've been seeing 4 different gigs with that same fucking
but he looks
barista
good,
shirt. No, he looks great. He looks fantastic. I didn't. The pink do rag is new.
It's a bandana, dude.
Is it? Oh, it's a bandana.
Yeah. Why you got to fucking throw it out there like that, guy? Hey, it's cool.
You look like a strawberry.
You look like you have a vibrator earring.
Yeah, no, it's a bullet, dude. Someone sent me that in the mail.
Well, it looks like a little weird popsicle.
Cool, man.
No, hey, but honestly,
it's giving me more gas money than you have in your lifetime. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, well, check it out. Like, honestly, I'm just retiring this shirt after the podcast, so I was wearing it for 3 days.
Cool. We're hanging up one of those mantles behind us back here, dude.
We'll frame it. We'll frame it like this Rodman jersey.
Yeah.
We'll frame it like all these jerseys up here.
Hell yeah.
You got to sign it though.
How was South by for you? Pretty fucking crazy, just in general. Like, do you enjoy South by and shit?
Yeah, dude. Less and less. The more, I've done it for 10 years, or not even 10 years, 8 years. I've done it for 8 years in a row. Besides 2020, I think 2020 and 2021 would have made it 10. But
how young are you?
I'm 30, man.
You're
just
30?
turned 30.
Okay,
Yeah,
tight.
Yeah, man.
The gear hauling gets crazy, though.
It does. And actually, this year is the first year I ended up buying a cart, like a little fucking expandable cart.
Like a dolly kind of.
Dude, it's been the best fucking purchase I've ever bought.
Yeah.
A little wagon?
Little wagon. You've seen me take it in and out of Kiltony? Dude, I fucking love that thing. I parked East Austin and walked my ass into downtown every other night.
I use a wheelbarrow with this hat. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey,
He's all in his shit, bro.
Old pepper picker over there.
Cotton picker, bro. We're from the valley, dude. We're from the valley.
It is
cotton.
surrounded by cotton.
Yeah, it's cotton.
It's not too hot down there in Brownsville. I know we grow a lot of rice fields and cotton where I'm from.
My grandma and all her children were fucking picking cotton living on the field.
You look like your grandma.
How are you? What? That's not funny.
G in the back.
Gee, that's not fucking funny, dude. Come on, dude. Come on.
No, I hope Gary kills himself. But anyways, relax. Dude. He's my best friend. Text me back, Gary. But what else was I going to say here? So, you do all that shit for South by and stuff. You got a wife, kids, family? I mean, what's...
Fiance.
No
kids yet.
Congratulations, buddy.
No kids yet, but fiance.
No kids yet, though? Good.
Not
Don't
yet.
have them out of wedlock, dude. They're more likely to get felonies. 100%.
Is that
I don't know.
That's
that,
history.
I don't know that to be a fact.
Yeah.
Usually, My daddy had to make my mama an honest woman, but I still got felonies, so who gives a shit?
It is true.
How long have you been drumming for Tony and them?
A little over 2 years.
And
now.
how does something like that? Did you know the rest of them boys prior to going setting that band together?
Absolutely.
Y'all did, okay.
Yeah.
So
John, Matt, and D, and Paul, we've all been playing together pre-pandemic, dude, for years.
Fuck yeah. So that's just butter. It's just
Yeah, it's kind of cool how that all ended up working out, dude. In 2019, like John has been the catalyst for a lot of different people, hiring different people for different bands. And
sure.
He ended up calling me the summer of 2019. He called me to play percussion for Gary Clark Jr. That's one of the biggest calls that I've ever got, but it's from John. So he's like, hey, man, you trying to get this GCJ work? And I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Why are we doing it? So we ended up playing, what was it, in October? It was right before ACL. We played 2 nights, sold out stubs, Thursday, Friday. Then it's like obviously 30,000 people at ACL, and then the next week play ACL again. Bro, yeah, it was.
What's
fucking
the
wild.
rush like that? What's the rush playing that many fucking people? Are you just jacked to the gills with adrenaline, or how's it work?
Yeah, man. To be in front of that, that's the biggest crowd I've ever played.
Dude, that's fucking.
It's a lot of energy, dude.
Dude, because you can feel that shit on stage, even
absolutely.
in a crowd of 300.
No, you
with
couldn't.
energy's good. It's a different kind of high, man. It really is.
And that it was a big band, dude. We had 14 people on stage, background singers, two auxiliary keyboards like John and D1, and then we had a DJ that was shared my space. So I've got my perk rig, and the DJ's literally right next to me, and we're fucking going off. It was great, dude.
Yeah,
great. And you know what? I actually enjoyed the stub shows more than I enjoyed ACL because you can see all the way out to the back just to see if people. So it's still kind of intimate.
Yeah. It's confined still. You can see the back and where it's capped.
Right.
Versus at ACL, it's
goes.
wide open as far as I can see.
It just goes. So I don't know. It felt like intimate, but a big ass show at Stubbs, and you could feel that energy with the ACL thing. It's huge, and it goes all the way back, and there's barricades holding the people back.
So they're not as close to you as you.
Right,
yeah,
right.
Fucking animals.
Yeah, right.
Goddamn. Yeah.
But
Gary.
it was fun, dude. So that was like one of the biggest calls I've ever got, and that was from John D's, right? So the pandemic happens, everything shuts down. At the end of 2020, where Rogan's making his move over here, Tony's coming, and December, I think it was December 5th, Gary was doing a string of shows at Antone's, and Joe and a couple of the guys, Tony and Red Band, he took him to the show to watch him. And apparently later that night, like Tony approached John, was like, "Yo, man, we're moving here. I'm bringing my show here, and I'm looking for a band because the band's not coming with me." So John was like, "Yeah, dude, I'll put a band together." So the day before, we started January 4th, 2021. The day before that, on January 3rd, Sunday, Deez posted a picture on Instagram of one of the very first poster of Kill Tony in Austin. And I've been a fan of the show since before the pandemic. So I knew, I'm a huge fan of comedy. And I was like, oh, shit. And I messaged him, "Are you playing?" He's like, "Yo, man, yeah, we're playing. I put a band together." I was like, "Yo, you mind if I just come and help you bring your shit in?" And he's like, "Nah, dude, bring your perk. We got a drummer. Bring your perk. Nobody's getting paid. We're just going to have fun. We don't really know how this is going to work out." So we did. And I came in. John and I were the first ones there in back of Antone's. We walked through. Tony's sitting in front with his girl and Red Band, and I was like, "Oh shit, this is about to happen."
Yeah.
Like, this is cool. Like, I knew I'm a fan of all these guys, and I was like, "Fuck." I was nervous walking in,
for sure.
And then Tony saw us walk in, and he came over and was, "What's up, man? I'm Tony Hinchcliffe. We're gonna have a great time." Like, literally, just with
Best
all the
night of our
confidence.
lives.
Best night of our lives, guys.
Dude, it was crazy. And all the nerves that I was feeling, he just like calmed all of that. And then it just ended up being like 2 shows that week, and then the next week were fucking awesome.
Fuck yeah,
no
man.
nerves, no nothing. Everybody was just having a fucking good time.
Just vibing. Just vibing, bro.
Vibing.
Yeah.
It was crazy. So on the third week, the drummer couldn't make it. So John texted me. He's like, "Yo, bring your drums. You're on kit today." Okay, cool. We get there. I'm setting up. Everything's cool. When Tony sees me again, he's like, "Oh shit, you're playing drums tonight?" And he goes, "Oh, fuck, a Mexican, playing drums, a Mexican drum off, oh, this makes sense." That show goes so well, and he's like, "Yeah, okay, this feels right." And that was Matt on guitar. Paul wasn't a part of the project yet. D Manis on bass, Matt on guitar, and John D's on
That's
keys.
tight, dude.
I know, and that's when that third week was when the band formed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
The
the
OG. That was the OG 4.
When did y'all When did y'all start playing on there? Because it was before July, because that's when me and you got together.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? When we started coming around.
I mean, shit. I think June marked a year for us.
June was?
June
or this June will mark?
Past June marked a whole year for us playing.
Behind?
Part.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, we had been there for a minute already. Yeah. But it's because whenever they fucking moved here, you know what I mean? We were always playing on Rainy, so Tony and Ron heard us one day, and Sayla, and they all walked in and fucking, just liked what they heard, liked what they saw, and then kept coming back and eventually worked us into the groove, and here we are ever since.
Yeah.
It's been a blast. Fuck yeah, I love it.
So when they got worked into the groove, they asked me, since you're already going to be there, do you mind just
Staying on the
hopping on?
kit.
Staying on. And we'd met these guys, but I never played any of their music before.
Yeah.
So how I learned their music was just being on the stage and open eyes, open ears, and Bishop's telling me where to go, and he's fucking doing his thing. Bercy's doing his thing, and we ended up just that became a fucking really cool nether hour group.
Yeah.
And I mean, because were you all playing with drummers before that, or was it just Julio on?
Some. It was
perk?
mainly Julio on the percussion.
What have you ever kicked it with him at Latch Key on a Sunday? Because the times I've been, I've never seen you play there with them.
Maybe once.
Maybe. If not, that'd be fun.
Because Julio's still good with the thing, but dude, the drums just add so much.
Well, Julio could also be there and just add drums too.
Yeah.
Actually, Bishop, I don't know if he told you, he's asked me to do a couple Sundays to see if we can work it in.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I would love to.
Dude, ever since they moved them fucking tables out of the goddamn middle of the dance floor, it's breathable again. It's not nuts to butts. It's fun. Like last night at Cutthroat at karaoke, they had them out there again. This sucks because it cuffles everybody in there. When you put all them tables in that back wall and keep them lined like that, dude, it keeps the flow of fucking getting beer so smooth. Because them bars ain't that get big and you wait in line in general, and then you can't even fuck it. I hate that shit. I hate you. I hate that.
Well, yeah. Why don't you just walk over the tables, you little gremlin?
Cool.
Yeah. No, I actually like it too because it's like an open dance floor now. So
Yeah, and you can actually like get down on swimming. It's tight as fuck. You know,
that's dope.
Yeah, dude.
So
we're men.
one of the Sundays they actually had James come in and play right when
Yeah,
I was
I've
on.
seen James. Yeah.
Dude,
that
that-
kid, I love that
that
kid.
boy.
That boy's a
Sundays.
stud.
James Atkins, man.
Yeah, dude, I love him. Star. What a star, dude.
Yeah.
Leader for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he's played there a couple Sundays with us, and so yeah, it works well. It does work well with a little kid. He has his little mini kit that
Yeah.
he brings.
Just
It's
slaps.
tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
I can't wait to do it. Yeah.
yeah,
When,
and we'll get that shit rolling soon. Yeah,
Love it.
whenever we'll arrange a couple Sundays like that. But also, before you played drums and fucking like growing up, what was it that you did before you like took on drums, and what brought you into like music for real? Like where you made your mind, that's what you wanted to do.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy, dude. My dad had me playing sports since I was a kid. Like I was in, I played basketball,
yeah.
I ran track, ran cross country.
You look
but-
athletic. I thought you played sports.
Man, I'm
growing up,
I'm a
you know
little
what I'm
athletic.
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
to think
yeah,
so.
yeah.
You know, but I played baseball for like almost 18 years, man. Like that's
Baseball?
That's what
Yo,
I
me
did.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah,
was
yeah.
my shit. My dad was taking me to games when I was a kid, dude, and I just fell in love with it.
Yeah.
Were you the catcher? Because you're like a little heavier set.
Dang, dude, you calling him Pudge, dude?
Yeah,
How dare you, dude?
that's you, dude.
How
You
fucking
kind of do
dare
look
you.
like that kid from the Sandlot.
You look like a trans woman right now. You're gonna come at me like
you
this.
can't even say that, dude. You cut that out.
I can't say that. They gonna cancel me?
I don't know.
They can't cancel me?
Not in this climate, boy.
Just don't put.
Yeah,
not in this
yeah.
climate.
No, we're good. Hey, dude, that's what we do. We walk the line, baby.
Dang, he said walk the
I
line.
was in the East Austin Comedy Club last night after Vulcan, and I was doing a set there, and they had this gay guy on before me, and I go like up there, and Jason Rouse, shout out Jason Rouse, he always says this line where he's like, and we went and got coffee the other day. He goes, "Man, this is a weird gay bar." Like he just says shit like
Oh
that.
my God,
so I said
that's
it on the mic, just like saying it as I walked up.
Oh, you took his joke. Cool. No, but what happened? You got a good pop?
No, it got nothing. It fell flat. And I was like, all right, cool. So, all right, great. And then I go, yo, is this where all the gays hid when Trump was president? Like Anne Frank's attic out there? Crickets. I go, all right, here we go.
That's a start.
But like, dude, and I did not, it just didn't get any better. I come off of Vulcan and it was like, dude, last night Vulcan, it was just everything. It was money, money, money. It was, felt so good. And I go there and it's like a totally like tech crowd or like progressive crowd or whatever. No one was getting loud. Like, I mean, like,
That's that old Tiger Den?
yeah, it's like an opium den. They literally look at somebody's
Yeah,
garage and they
it
got a
does
fucking globe on stage. I mean, it's a cool room. The space is cool.
There's just people outside fire dancing like on your way in.
There's
You're
an AC vent that's that's in the window blowing cool air in.
Am
Dude.
I at the right place?
I'm like, dude, how y'all gonna survive at nighttime in the summer? You know what I'm saying?
They don't. They're vampires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. They pack up and leave.
Yeah.
Okay.
They back up.
Yeah, but it was weird because like people were like, it was just a weird fucking room, and that's why I was like, yo, going from room to room, it's like crowds make that. But anyways, back to baseball.
Yeah, man.
What position did you play?
I played infield when I was a kid, but middle school all the way to senior year of high school, I was in the outfield, center field.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
played, center field and pitcher.
Yeah, man. That was my shit, dude. I was
Fuck
one of the
yeah,
fastest ones on the team, so they put me on the outfield. And fun fact, so when I was a kid, my dad used to take me. We had my uncles built a little baseball field outside of my grandfather's house. So they were coaching us when we were kids, so might as well put a field out there. We built it, and my dad used to take me every day after school, and he would take a pitching machine and throw the rubber balls that we had, like for pitching, he would
Fling them up.
and fling them
up.
as high as he could.
Yeah.
Dude, that was my favorite fucking thing to do
To
as
catch
a
it,
kid.
dude. That's my
We'd
dad
be
would
at-
hit him underhanded, hit him way up in there, and just run and go. Dude, that's
Absolutely.
the best.
It's the fucking best,
Yeah.
man. Like that was one of the reasons why I got so good at like being in the outfield. Like I never dropped a. Well, I
Never.
mean, I probably say never, but
Yeah.
I maybe dropped one or two, but. I really never wanted to drop a fly ball in the outfield, and because like he had that connection with me and knew exactly what to do, and
Yeah.
we'd be out there for fucking hours.
Till
dude.
dark.
Yeah, pretty much,
Yeah.
man.
Dude,
pretty much.
Sharpening the sword, baby.
That's exactly right.
Funny story. So I played baseball too for shit till up until I was like 19, 20. And I'm an all-star select, travel baseball, all that shit,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And
Did the same.
whatever. I was like real little in high school. I was only like 5'5", like 140 pounds.
So
Man,
the same height.
I'm still 5'5", 130
Yeah,
pounds.
so
Same height.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then,
yeah,
And then like I had like some kind of scholarship or schools looking at me, but then like I got in trouble partying and shit senior year, and I had all pissed that away. But like I played baseball or whatever, and then like I think I was like 23 or 22. Like only like a couple years removed of it, but been drinking, partying, and shit like that. I go to practice for a softball team, a co-ed softball team. Yeah. And somebody hits a pop fly to me in the outfit. I got a first baseman's mitt out there. Like I don't even have a real fucking glove.
On the wrong hand too.
Yeah. And I'm like running, and I go to get it, and it's kind of line drive in. It tips right off. It hits me right in the nose. It breaks my nose. Blood everywhere. I'm like 2 years removed, just crying on the ground in my nose, just spewing out. They go, "There's no crying in baseball." I get up and blood just pouring down my white shirt, and I was like, "I gotta go to the hospital." It was bad, dude. And then I had a huge bruise, looked like a total pussy.
Is that the last time you ever stepped foot on a field?
Last time I ever stepped foot on a field, dude. Yeah.
Man.
Dude, fuck that. Yo, in high school, I got hit kind of the same way, but it wasn't me. A pitcher lost control of one of his fastballs, threw an 85-mile-an-hour fastball at my face.
Ow. Yeah, that's why I'm scared of baseball. That's one of the things I didn't play because I was scared to get hit by the fucking ball.
It was
so bad, that was pretty crazy, man. My senior year, that was fucking wild. Luckily I didn't get a concussion, and nothing broke up here because it. So when I thought for some reason I thought it was gonna break, and it never did. But he just lost control of the fastball. So I'm hearing right at the last moment, I turn the helmet and it tips the helmet and then smacks me in my face. Oh, dude, yeah, shit. It would have,
you'd lost your eye probably.
Maybe
the orbital's gone.
It was super close, man. And actually, so there's a picture of me on the floor and my dad running across the field toward me, because when a couple years before that, when I was a kid, he was playing softball with our church's softball team, and he got maybe 2 outs. He throw ground ball into the infield. They throw it at the first baseman, throws it out, but there's a runner on second, so he's thinking there's 2 outs after that one. He throws across the field. My dad's pitching, turns towards first base.
Oof.
The softball hits him right in the face. He's like, "Dude, what the fuck, dude? It's 3 outs," and then just falls to the ground. Doesn't remember a single thing afterwards.
Oh, no shit.
So I'm a little kid, but I'm running around in the fields and everything. And my mom comes and grabs us and say, "Hey, we got to go. Dad's going to the hospital." And we're like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
So he has experience of, and dude, he broke all of this. All the orbital bone was shattered. He didn't lose his eye, thank God. But he's got a metal plate right here.
Right in there.
So when that happened to me, he fucking freaked, dude. He's like jumping fences, getting over, and like pretty much picked me up and was like, "Yo, we got to go to the hospital now." Like, I literally remember seeing stars, like in fucking Looney Tunes.
Yeah,
that shit's legit.
Yeah,
like real. Like I couldn't see for a little bit, and I got up and I was like, "Fuck!" And I was in the dugout for a little bit. I was like, "Coach, put me back in. I'm good." And they're fucking looking at me like, "You're fucking crazy."
Yeah.
So my dad took me out of the dugout, took me straight to the hospital. As soon as I got there, I started throwing up all over the place. Thought I had a concussion.
Yeah.
They put me in an MRI, did a bunch of CT scans and everything, and luckily, dude, by the grace of fucking God, checked out.
Good.
It was crazy. But yeah, so I know what it feels like to get hit in the face with a fucking fastball.
When I was growing up, like I was playing like 16. I was 16. I was playing with the 18-year-olds, like 18 and under, right? And there was this kid in our town that threw gas, like 95 at 18. Like he just had no control. So I'm terrified because he's already hit a batter in front of me once, and later that inning he hit a batter, like 2 batters in front of me, and I go, fuck. Like I don't want to get hit with this ball, right?
Yeah, I'll fall to the ground.
I get so I get up there and I'm trying to get out of the box quick, so I'm swinging at shit, trying to so he can't throw that many pitches at me. And it's like, I think he's got like a 1-2 count on me, and he's just been throwing, and that next ball comes right close to my face. So I'm like, fuck, like it's 2-2. Well, then like he gets ready and he throws, and I step into it, and it looked like it was coming my face, like right at my face. So I just fell down on the ground, and it was a breaking ball, and the catcher caught it right in the middle, and they called me out. Ew. I just folded like a chair. I was like, I'm gonna go kill myself now. But dude, getting hit with those baseballs suck dick.
Oh yeah, dude.
In the shin, in like I've been hitting the balls with no cup.
In the elbow, bro, with no padding.
And I was left-handed, and I bat right-handed. So if I just hit it, I was fucked. I'd start wearing an elbow guard and shit.
Yeah. Had to. I never did because I didn't have one, but all my friends did. They all had elbow guards. I was like, man, what?
Would you see? We were kind of poor growing up, so I would just use all the other kids' bats. I didn't even have a bat growing up. I had one of those old metal bats and shit. But,
right. In little league and like middle school when you play pony ball and shit like that, my dad got me a bat for my birthday one year. I still remember it was an Omaha Gold bat, 18 pound or like
18 ounces.
Yeah, 18 ounces. Yeah, dude. I remember that was my first bat.
You hit a home run in a game,
dude. I was so fucking close my senior year. I never hit a home run in my career. Never. In the park home run, but never over the fence.
Right.
My senior year, I come up to bat, and this was at I don't know if you know Lopez High School.
Lopez is it in Brownsville?
It's in Brownsville.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're over there. He throws a fastball right down the middle. I connect so hard into center field, all the way it hits the top of the fence and falls back.
Comes down.
I was so fucking close. I ended up getting a double out of it, but I remember that one moment that it was like just a little bit harder.
When you hit that sweet spot and like hit a ball that far,
dude.
it's like hitting nothing. It's like it feels like air.
Absolutely.
It feels like you swing at air.
Yeah.
Like it's
Swing
I
right through
hit
it, dude.
I hit a
It's
couple.
wild.
I didn't hit a bunch, but I remember when I was on JV when I was a freshman, I hit a fucking grand slam. We were already beating the team like 14-1 or something in the second inning, so they were going to call the game. So they had some kid just throwing.
He's taking batting practice at that
he
point.
literally bounced a ball in the dirt, and the ump called it a strike. And I'm like, guy, I mean, I still got stats here, bud. Like I gotta. And I remember he threw one extremely low down, and I'm like, this guy's going to call it a strike. He's throwing just junk. It's not fast at all.
Right.
It's batting practice. But I was like, he's going to call it a strike. So I literally golf swung that motherfucker and launched it like 340 over fucking like left, right, center, and it was
shit.
like. Or left field and fucking it's like it literally feels like you're not hitting anything. It's the purest. Like you ever punch somebody really good, and knock them the fuck out.
I wish.
Okay,
I wish I'm not that.
It's like a feeling when it literally feels like nothing. Like there's nothing in the follow through. It's fucking. It's better than coming. I think.
It's better than coming.
Hitting people, hurting people is better than coming to you. You're a psychopath.
How dare you over there looking like Molly Maid?
So your dad never got you a bat, but if he did, it would have nails at the end of it.
And fucking barbed wire around the fucking. All right, speaking of barbed wire around our bats here, tell us about this assist that was on your wiener that you got taken out when you were a child. That was you were telling me about in the truck. We need to talk about it. We need to dive in here and really give the people the nuts and bolts of the operation.
The actual nuts.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, I had a.
How long ago was this?
It was an ingrown hair. I was like 20, 21.
Okay.
Oh, so you were like in college or about to?
Yeah, dude. And I was like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
What happened? Give me a size chart. What are we doing here?
It was like a marble whenever the doctor took it out. But I went to go see a dude. He did it in a day, bro, in Houston. And this fucking.
Wait, you just saw a dude in his garage, or you went to a doctor's office?
No, a great doctor's office. A doctor's office who was like, so I was like, yeah, dude. He's like, I'll get that out of you. You know what I mean, Bob? And then he did, and he was like, that's an ingrown hair that got fucking infected and then just balled around. Yeah, nasty stuff. How dare you, dude?
What do you mean?
How dare you bring that up?
You walk around 21 with like fucking ribbed condom every time you're hard, dude. Just poking bitches to death.
It looked like my wiener was growing a wiener. I kind of miss it, dude.
Hey, dude, fuck it. Though. Hey, I'm intrigued now. Like, how did he? What was it? Surgery? Did he cut it out?
Yeah, he cut it out.
Did they sedate you, or they just numbed your wiener?
No, he just numbed my wiener.
What do you mean? How did he do that?
Dude, holy fuck!
He put whatever the numbing agent that they put in your
body. The cream, or did they hit you?
They hit me.
They hit you in the fucking with
right around it. They got to. I mean, bro, I didn't feel a thing. You could hear all the fucking snipping and shit.
Oh my god, Bobby.
Yeah, it was wild. But I mean, I didn't feel a thing. It definitely is probably the worst places to have stitches as a dude because you can't. Inevitably, you're gonna wake up with morning boners sometimes.
Yeah, did it rip through?
A wood? No, but it's just hard. It's like I had to control it. I had to like meditate boners to a certain angle. It was like I had to like breathe a certain way so my dick didn't get too hard and rip the stitches. And that was terrifying.
This is incredible.
Yeah. It was. I was so relieved whenever they came out. And I think that I did kind of stretch that gash a little bit. It just gave me a little bit more girth.
Fuck it. There you go.
There you go. So it worked out.
Dude.
That's the pleasure spot for the girls.
It was a girth extension. I think that's probably why my pee-pee's soft now, dude.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Let's got no feeling left in there.
He numbed you for the rest of your life, bro. You got soft pee-pee for the rest of your life.
That fucking numbing agent got me, dude.
Yeah, you're always numb, dude.
3 Cialis is in, ain't gonna change a thing.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, Blue Chew, dude. Are we sponsored by Blue Chew?
We don't have sponsors yet. We got some sponsors in the work. That'll be coming out here soon. We got a couple cannabis companies. I'm going to have to give that to the highest bidder. I got like 5 of them. And we got a ketamine nose spray company. So the sponsor's like, can we get something that's not drug related? Hey, I mean, like Hallmark, y'all want to come holler at us or some coffee people, whatever, dude. I mean, we're normal too.
Are you, though?
I'm sober for now.
Yeah,
for a little bit. At least while I'm performing. I mean, I have like a beer or a glass of wine and shit every now and again. Get that old.
So you're coke sober. That's a good
I'm
thing.
coke sober.
How you feeling though? For real?
Good.
How you feeling?
Honestly, good. Like the other night when I performed, I was nervous as shit, and it's good to feel those nerves. Like I performed at Native the other night too in front of like 200 people. And I looked at Bobby and I was like, dude, I'm actually like nervous, like butterfly nervous. And he's like, good. That's good.
That's what you're
I can't hide behind alcohol. But I
right.
started watching clips of myself like on like when I'm geared out or on coke, and I'm like, this is a terrible fucking
Embarrassing.
It's just cringy because it's like I know what I'm trying to say there, but I'm and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like no one's having that good. Like, you ever been to a bar and someone's geetered out of their fucking mind? They're like talking to you about me, like, who is this fucking weirdo? You know what I'm saying? I'm like doing that on stage. I'm like, yo, this sucks.
Yeah.
I just need to kill myself. This is why Bobby tells me to kill myself all the time. You know what I'm saying?
I don't ever say that.
But doing it sober now is like actually got me like, it's made me like, I notice things in sets now, and I can like kind of see the room and see the energy and the vibe, and like now I'm like, all right, I can do this here, I can do this better, I can add this and this. I'm starting to kind of format it to where I'm like, okay, it's more of there's a game to this. You know, it's not just like, hey, rely on your fucking hair and be drunk and loud. That's a crutch. I want to be funny to be funny.
Yeah, that's how you end up in prison, honestly, getting drunk and just relying on your fucking loud voice.
What do you mean, dude?
Well, like, you know, I mean, just going up there and just talking all scary that nobody understands you, babbling on. You know, I care about you, dude, and I just want you to
stop with that fucking gay shit.
Dude, I'm saying,
bro, that's
my boy,
real
dude.
shit.
Yeah, dude.
No,
that's real
dude.
shit.
I don't want to fucking see you keel over and fucking stroke out.
No, I appreciate it, dude. I appreciate it.
You're good. No, beer here and there is fine, but like, no, the booger sugar, that's definitely not going to contribute to anything positively. I've seen it. Everybody's seen it time and time again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
no, I appreciate it, dude.
But check it out, dude. So now you're realizing the craft. You know, now you're going in and you're learning from each set, and now like, oh, I'm gonna make this better. I'm gonna, say this word here, or trim the fat from that. So that's a part of the process, man. I think you're really starting to figure it out.
Yeah, and just the writing part of it too, where I wasn't writing before, I just kind of make up a premise. Now, like when I wrote that shit out the other night for Monday, I wrote it out and I wrote it out again and I wrote it out again, and like I started seeing, okay, I can move this here, do this here, do this here, and set it up. And then when I delivered it, it went good, and I was like, fuck, this is what happens when you actually take the time to put in the effort to write it out. Like, it's funny regardless how I say it, but it's funny now in the spots where it's supposed to have punchlines, where it's supposed to hit. And I'm like,
it's starting to line up.
It's starting to line. It's starting to make sense. Like now I'm seeing it better, right?
Yeah, man.
But
it's different in a mirror than it is when you're on stage. That's what it is. Because you could be funny fucking on a crazy rant, but if it's not timed out, and
if it's not timed out,
trimmed,
because then in front of people, like talking to the mirror, it's just rah 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 rah. You know what I'm saying? It's it's just energy. It's all built off energy. But I bring that energy to the stage part. But it's like there still has to be written jokes in there. There still has to be shit where you stop and pause and you have to have cadence. Like the joke I said the other day, like I talk about that girl has my pussy like a snapping turtle, and I grabbed the mic stand and I salivated over it for like 20 seconds. And like people just went ape shit and I just held it. And I never would have known to do that speeding. You know what I'm saying? I never would have known like I was like, just grab it and fucking like, and like it fucking, and the longer I held it, the better it got. And I was like, it just kind of like hers. You know what I'm saying? So just
there it goes.
Incredible. What is your favorite food to make for the children at the lunch table, at the lunch line? What is it?
Meatloaf.
Sloppy Joe.
Sloppy Joe.
I made them extra sloppy for you.
Oh shit.
Hey, so baseball, right? That's all. You're doing all that. So when do drums enter the picture? How was it you forming a band with your homie back in the day?
Man, I wish. No, we really didn't do that. Like I started playing percussion when I was in 6th grade. I always knew I wanted to play drums. I just never had the opportunity to sit behind a kit until the summer of my junior year to senior year. My dad ended up I told him, look, I want to do this for real.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. Took me to Guitar Center, got me a DW kit, the one that I wanted. I was like, hey, Pop, I want that one. He's like, all right, cool. He gave it to me, and I just didn't get off of it. But, like, it's kind of the thing where you just kind of start, and you're fucking around. You're not really knowing what you're doing, but you're just feeling your way through.
Yeah.
Right? So that with the drum thing, so, like, I learned how to read music in middle school. I learned how to, play timpani and vibes and all this extra percussion shit. That's the classical training.
Yeah.
It wasn't for me, man.
Right.
It's not. It didn't fucking
Resonate.
make me tick.
It didn't resonate with you.
No, not at all. So like when you get to high school and you start doing all these competitions like All Valley and you're doing all these snare etudes and shit, I was like, nah, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
I don't. And then senior year, we had a jazz band in our high school, and I was like, fuck, I want to do this.
Yeah.
This is what I want to do. And I did my best. I tried to learn all the music. You're reading all these charts, which a skill that I learned in middle school and just got better throughout, schooling. And I figured it out after that. I was like, this is what I got to do.
Yeah.
I got to continue learning like this. So I mean, even in church, I never really got to play in church, and that's how a lot of people get their start. Right. So I always asked. I was like, "Yo, can I be a part of this?" And they had their own crew and everything. So that was a thing. So I never got to do it. So I felt like going to school for music and drums was what I needed for my, my timeline. This is what I need to do. This is what I need to go learn. And they were cool. Well, they weren't cool with it. They were all like, you need a backup plan. You need to go to school for something else just to have security. My grandfather's all about security.
No, I get that, bro.
It's a Mexican family thing.
Yeah,
It's a tradition, bro.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I told him no. Grandpa, like, you started this. He's got a paving company that he started with my grandma. I told him, like, you didn't have a plan B, did you? Right. So why in my case should I have a plan B? And he understood. He got where I was. He got
sometimes
where I was getting at.
risking it all and not having anything to fall back on, it makes it that much. You got to try that much harder.
Absolutely.
If you have comfortability behind you, at some point, it will literally take away from.
It inhibits it.
It does. It not by just getting in your way, but it just your mental state isn't like, yo, I got to go hustle. It just ain't there. So I get that. But a backup plan, my mom's the same way. Like, have a backup plan.
They all, that's
just them being a parent,
absolutely.
right? But like at the end of the day, dude, if you're going to jump, you've got to jump as far as you fucking can.
Absolutely.
I hope you land on your feet.
Absolutely. And when I got there were kids who've been playing since they were 4 or 5 years old. Actually playing, and I had to think back, or I thought to myself, holy shit, I have to play like this when I graduate. I didn't think it was possible. I just started playing a year before. So every night, every afternoon, I was in that practice room by myself. And some nights I would stay overnight. Yeah. There was a hall, like a hall monitor that worked downstairs that she would go and check all the rooms at midnight. Everybody had to be out at midnight. So I'd turn off the light. She'd come and knock on the door. Stay there for about 45 minutes. She'd walk away, whatever. Give it a little bit of extra time. And then after I turned the light back on, I'd be in there till 6 a.m. till my class started at 7.
Fuck yeah.
It's crazy, man.
That's
like
crazy.
those were the times. That's when I felt like I watched those kids, and they weren't even kids. They were a little bit older than me. But I watched them play, and I knew I wasn't at that level. And at that point, I was like, it's either sink or swim.
Right.
And I fuck it. I'm jumping in.
Yeah,
I'm jumping in head first.
Yeah,
and
dude.
that's those nights are like why I'm sitting here with this guy and be able to play.
Yeah.
Just hop on the stage with him. And
Or
just
you're
know the
looking out
music.
over 30,000 people at fucking ACL, and you're
Gary
kind of
Clark,
like,
yeah.
you're just like, those
wild.
those nights in my room,
Yeah.
paved this way. It's putting in the work.
Absolutely,
It is
man.
all that, bro. It's the work.
Well,
ethic
but also too, you're sober.
Yeah,
You're
man.
sober. How long have you been sober? You don't smoke weed. You don't do anything. You're just living right by the good Lord.
I'm trying, man.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
trying.
yeah.
Well, that was an example that my parents gave me when I was little. They didn't drink while I was growing up. They drink now.
Yeah.
They do whatever they.
Yeah, they
do
retired now.
Yeah,
you know
right.
what I'm saying?
I'm one of 4 from my family.
Nice.
So like, there's 4 kids. We're all graduated to college. Everybody's got.
You the
degree.
youngest?
I'm the oldest.
What?
Yeah, man. I've got 3 younger sisters.
You got 3 sisters.
Yeah, man. They keep me in fucking check, bro.
Yeah?
Like, they're so
Yeah.
intuitive and so smart. Like, they know when I'm not being me. So like where I am right now, I'm blessed to be a part of Kill Tony and playing with all these people, and like that shit, starts to fuck with me every now and then. Just not ego driven, but I was like, man, do I really deserve this? And every time I feel like that, I get a call, and I don't know why. It's from my sister and be like, you are where you need. You're doing the right thing, dude. It's fucking crazy,
Dude. A good support system goes a long fucking way, man.
100%.
People believe in you when you believe in yourself, or just like
Absolutely.
people keep you in line on some things.
That's the
it's,
shit.
It's legit, man. You need that.
Yeah,
you need that
really
aspect
do, man.
of it.
You really do.
So I got my pink-haired trans woman over here, dude. That just fucking.
Yeah, I'm here
I
to
love
cheer
you, dude.
you on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nether Hours guitar tech.
Hey, no, but that hunger that you felt, bro, and like, there's people that will be hungry, but like, there's motherfuckers that become go-getters or just are go-getters through and through that are gonna go get their belly full. Like, there is no other option whenever you make that decision, whenever you really commit. And I mean, think about how it was whenever you were fucking catching them fucking fly balls in the outfield, and you were working to be the best at that craft. It's like you've had that ethic instilled in you since
I was a kid.
Yeah.
And that's I really thank sports for that, dude. Sports really teaches you how to determine or discipline. I think that's the biggest fucking thing.
I mean,
if you really care about it.
I mean, you know how you get to Carnegie Hall? Practice, right?
Yeah.
But one thing I noticed, and maybe y'all can elaborate on it as well. One thing I noticed, I played sports predominantly my entire life. I didn't get into music till later.
Yeah.
And sports taught me, at least the way I grew up with sports, was you want to be the fucking best because the best go to the top. The cream rises up. You want to be the fucking best. You're not doing it for participation trophy. You want to be number one.
Fuck that.
But when
dude.
you get into music, though, one thing I learned is like, or at least my perspective of like, I've seen bands who are fucking badass. They aren't as popular. They don't make all the money. And I've seen people who maybe aren't as technically, like technician-wise, as good as them, but they have their own individuality and they sell and resonate through certain type of people. So in music, I felt like you don't have to be the very best to make a badass living. Where in sports, the number one draft pick is the very best. He's going to get paid millions of more dollars just because he's better. Whereas that's not the case in music. You don't have to be the absolute stone cold best to be the prospect, like to be the number one prospect. You can just be good within yourself, and if you resonate with people, it's like it's perception more than it is actual results. I mean, you still have to be good. I'm not saying you could be some slapdick, but I mean, like I've seen guys who are like extremely technically good, and they don't have anything. They're just playing at their local fucking dive bar two, 3 times a week, and do y'all notice that in music to sports, or have y'all ever drawn that comparison?
Yeah, I mean it's a real comparison. Like it's like accurate.
Yeah.
I mean it's like that. You know what I mean? If you got something that you got to bring your own thing to the table. Yeah. That's the different part. You can't just fucking be mediocre at sports and bring your own thing to the table.
No, yeah, it don't matter. You're striking out. They're calling. You're sitting your ass back down the minors.
Exactly. But like if you could bring your own thing to the table in the music world, and people can connect to that. They want to keep coming back to see you and want to show you to more people. I mean, that's really what it is. It's relating to somebody as opposed to in sports.
Yeah, you just got to be a badass.
You're a fucking tank. It's like I don't relate to anybody. I'm a fucking ultimate human.
Absolutely, and I also it's a creative art, so it's all subjective.
Exactly.
It's based off of who you connect to. Like what you said, comedy's the same way. Yep. Cooking is the same way. Art. All of it is subjective. So if I like an artist, I know Bob might not like the same artist that I do, but they're out there touring and doing all the same shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it's like that, having it being a creative art in somebody's like personal experience or life experience or whatever, they put that into their art, they throw it out, and maybe it resonates with half of Austin or half the United States or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of people might not like it. A lot of people might love it. With sports, it's like, can he drill 9 out of 10 times?
Yeah.
It's just skill versus
versus an art. It's a skill versus an art.
Absolutely.
Right? But there still have to have skill in your art, but I mean, it's subjective.
Absolutely. Well, that's the craft, right? Like that's me going and practicing throughout the night and like going to class the next morning. So how much time are you spending with your art, with your craft?
Yeah.
Now you're realizing now that you off the coke and doing that, really figuring out how to write a nice joke and perform it and know the timing. Like you're digging it, man. It's fucking awesome to watch that. And I saw you on Monday night. It was fucking killer, dude.
Yeah, dude, that was fun. But I was nervous. I was nervous to death.
Good.
But that's because you care about it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And I know now, like, hey, you're going to squander this opportunity if you're just going to fucking party the whole time. Because you can't just do that. You can't do that. But when did you ever drink? Did you ever do drugs, or were you just always pretty straight laced and
always, man?
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So how many times do you think you've been drunk in your life, or have you ever been drunk?
Never.
Get the fuck out of town, old son.
Zero times. You can ask my sister.
Damn, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Now, like when I was in high school, like it was just never something that appealed to me.
Right.
Ever. Good. I would go, like, my friends would invite me to parties. I'd go, and my sister would come. That was another thing. My sister and I are so close, the one that's right under me. My parents would say, you can't go to any of these places without her. And the same thing, if she wanted to go somewhere, I had to go with her. So she was with me all the time. So also having that, I wanted to be
a good role model.
Absolutely.
Boom.
Yeah. And then also having that experience. But I would also see everybody else, like, kind of fucked up. And I just never wanted to do that.
Yeah.
Dude, my mom would make me take my little brother fucking everywhere, and I hate it. We would just get his little ass torched on McCormick's vodka. 14-year-old just thrown up under the beer pong table. What a loser.
That's why he resents you now.
No, he loves me. But my brother used to twitch like this, like until he was like 16. No, he just had some nerve disability. They said he'll just grow out of it when he like starts like hitting puberty and getting pussy and shit. And he stopped twitching. But he used to twitch nonstop. So we get him fucked up and he just like twitched the whole time. It was incredible.
Was pussy the cure for him?
Me and my brother were never really that close growing up. Like, we're 4 years apart, and I was into sports, and he was more into like coloring and shit or whatever he was into. Old Drufus Sebastian. But as he got older, like I remember my senior year, it was his freshman year, and we still weren't that close. But he got a little girlfriend, got a little shot of pussy. He started playing guitar, and he got into music. And I had been playing bass in a band, and then I went out to the oil field, and I kind of taught myself how to play harmonica and stuff. So when I come home, we kind of sit down and jam and shit. Yeah. And through music, we found a bond, and now, like, you know, we're brothers. You know what I'm saying? I call him, talk to him every other day or shit like that.
I love it.
But that music shit brought us together. That's what made us like, oh, because now he just wasn't coloring. You know, weirdo. He like, I'm like, yo, you can play, you can vibe. He's like, yo, he's badass. Let's, you know, this is tight. So yeah, music does a lot of cool shit, man.
It really does, dude. That and here's the thing. We're gonna, you know, fucking emotional a little bit, but music is the universal language. If you go anywhere throughout the world, you may speak Spanish, you may speak, you know, Portuguese or whatever the fuck. But if you sit down, you play a piece of music on the piano, and somebody resonates to that, they can't communicate through words, but they can
connection.
Absolutely.
Like
that's deep, bro. That's
when
super
I worked in the shop with a bunch of these Mexican dudes, and they spoke like just damn near Spanish. Only like 2 or 3 of them spoke actual English. So I'm around them all day, cutting up, and I'm like 19 years old, you know, this is a summer job, but I'm in there and they play Mexican music, that Spanish music on that fucking radio all day. And I remember I was going through like a hellacious breakup. Like I'm like trying to hold myself up, not crying because I'm a little bitch, you know?
All right.
Hey, dude, we all
it happens.
You're in a safe space.
But a song came over across the radio in Spanish, and I had no idea what the fuck he was saying, but I could feel his pain. And it was, Ya no me importa by Signo. It was, you're not important to me anymore.
Bro.
And I was like, I looked at Tony. I said, Tony, what is he saying? He goes, you're not important to me anymore because she essentially cheated on him and he just doesn't care about her anymore. Yeah. And I was like, I had no idea what the fuck they were saying, but it resonated.
Absolutely.
I was drawn. So like you said, that connection is real, man.
Sounds like a lie, though, because if he didn't care about it, he wouldn't have wrote a whole song about it that resonates with people who've been broken up with. So, I mean, there's, you know, you just got to know what you're dealing with.
Yeah, dude. How much hair are you going to cut off, dude? Seriously.
Wait, you're going to cut your hair?
It's time for you to get a fucking real job,
I mean, like
dude.
that much? What are you talking about, dude?
It's time for you to get a real job. Get a car.
All right.
Maybe get a bus pass.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm going to do those headshots and start a LinkedIn, dude.
After he gets a little bit.
Dude, I want you to be cast in that TV show with me. I think we'd be a great tandem together. We got to start taking these acting classes. We got a lot of shit on
bro,
deck here.
What?
I got cast on a TV show.
What? Can you say what it is?
Yeah, it's called Welcome to Deadwoods. So basically, it's like a mockumentary, like kind of like how The Office. You ever seen The Office?
Yeah, of course.
It's shot like that, but instead of being like a paper mill company in an office, it's at a fucking haunted amusement park, like a haunted house.
That's fucking cool.
And we're like gearing up to like get it like ready. And like I'm like the mechanic or something from Texas. I don't fucking know, but it's like they just wrote in my character and was like, "Yo, in August, come down for a month, film."
Where you filming?
It's in South Carolina.
Nice.
Yeah. So we'll be out in the middle of this woods in like a cast and crew house and like there for a month and just bebopping around.
Yeah. So, how many episodes did you?
They're still got to send me the script and everything. I just had a phone call with them when I was in Vegas and they were telling me about it and I was like, they're like, yeah, you want to? I'm like, fuck yeah, I want to go do that. That sounds fucking awesome.
That's great, man.
And they get paid. It's not much, but I mean, fuck, it's an experience. I get a credit. Like I learn how to like.
Well, now you're.
I'm a movie star, Mike.
You have an IMDb, dog.
I am an IMDb, dude.
Let's fucking go.
I have a DWI as well.
Yeah. Maybe 2 or 3. We don't know.
No, I've actually never got caught drinking and driving. In San Marcos, Texas, no bullshit.
It's because you've never done it.
No, well, I do it all the time.
Oh, no.
Cut that out. Cut it out.
But, dude, literally, Texas State, I stayed the night at this chick. I got in her hot tub naked with all my buddies and all her girlfriends because I was just an idiot even when I was younger.
Yeah.
But my buddy was fucking her, but they were still up drinking in the living room, and I like went to bed and like just slept on her floor. Well, they go in there so he can blow her back out, and he's like, dude, you gotta get the fuck out of here. Well, it's like 6 a.m. I took my contacts out and just threw them on the ground because I couldn't sleep in them. They fucked my eyes up, and I'm not even really that drunk. Like I'd been asleep like 3 hours.
Yeah.
And I get in my car. Remember, I'm driving like. When you go where fucking the Longhorn Steakhouse is and you go around where campus is on the right-hand side, and I reach down to fucking defrost the shit on my windshield, and I pop the curve and right into the telephone pole. Right into the telephone pole. Fucking it falls
there on
down.
Sesame?
I'm on Sesame, bro. Airbags are pulling. Like, I'm fucked. And I remember these words. I remember because it fucking hit me on the face. And like I had that Looney Tune thing you were talking about. And I go, the first thing I remember saying is my daddy goes, do not get a fucking DWI while you're out there and doing your shit in San Marcos. Because he literally had just paid for one. My stepmom got one in the cul-de-sac in the driveway, like outside of her house. She fell asleep drunk in the fucking car. So I'm like, fuck. So I did the only thing I do. I got out and I took off running. And I ran back to the dorms. And then I'm like, I'm going to report my car stolen the next day. And I do, because I'm an idiot. And the cop comes up to me like later that day, like one of the investigators goes, I'm going to be honest with you, man.
people don't steal pieces of shit cars. No one stole your fucking car, dude. And I just folded like a chair. I go, look, I'm sorry, dude. I'm scared. But I knew if it would at least be the next day, they couldn't test my blood and I wouldn't get a DWI.
Yeah.
Instead, I got insurance fraud. I go to jail for 2 years. But
From that
I'm
moment?
kidding. No, but I mean, like, I just
fuck.
confessed up, and it was. But nothing really ever happened though. Like, the insurance took care of it, and my insurance went up a tad bit. But that was
it.
That was kind of it.
Damn, bro,
Yeah,
you
dude.
walked away scot-free. God damn.
Listen, dude, it ain't much, but you know,
It's honest work.
it's honest work.
That's honest work right there, man. I don't know what else to say. That's honest work.
What else, Mike? Where can people find you and shit?
I mean, you find me playing with this guy a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Coming up, we got a couple shows.
You're in Massachusetts here soon, ain't it? Next week.
Next
or
week,
something? Next
man.
week. What are you doing up there?
We're playing. I'm going up with Gina. We're playing a show in Amherst.
How long you been playing with Gina?
Man, as a matter of fact, she gave me my first opportunity right out of college.
No
she was the
shit.
first
Hell yeah.
artist.
The
that I
OG,
played.
yeah.
Yeah, straight up, dude. 2016, my buddy Sammy was her drummer, and he decided to he didn't want to do the thing anymore. He didn't want to tour. He didn't want to do anything. All he wanted to do was teach. So he sends me a text. He's like, "Yo, man, I think I'm gonna leave the band, but I want you to take over for me." So he gave her, his recommendation for me. She messaged me and she's like, "Hey, here's some songs. Sammy talks really highly of you. Let's get together and play a couple songs and see what's up." So maybe about a week later, she sent me some songs. I make these charts and I learn them as best as I can. She comes over to my house with the percussionist and she comes upstairs. I'm behind my kid already. She takes out the guitar and we play a song called Yo Viviré. It's a cover of I Will Survive by Celia Cruz.
Oh my!
Right. So in that recording, it's all percussion. So I had to take all these percussion parts and bring them and then play them. Try to play them all at once behind the kit. So that's like the hardest song in her set, at that time. So we start playing. I count it off. We play the whole fucking song, hit all the hits or whatever. And literally right after that, she goes, "Okay, we're good." She puts her guitar in her case. She was like, "All right, I'll see you next week."
Just a smooth transition. Dude.
Since then, I've been playing with. That was 2016. It's fucking 2023 now, man.
7
Hell
years,
yeah.
bro.
That's whenever I moved over here was 2016.
Oh,
so.
shit,
Yeah, man.
dude.
Look at that, man.
Look at it. That's crazy. So yeah. So she's like an older fucking sister to me, dude. She's helped me.
How old
through
is she now? She's gotta be what?
40 maybe.
Well, that's what I
yeah.
thought. I thought she was
Yeah.
late 30s, early 40s.
Yeah,
right
early
in there.
40s. So she graduated from UT too. So we were a couple years apart, like maybe 10 years apart.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's been a blast playing with her. Man.
Yeah, yeah.
We've
So-
got
On something like that, on a hired gun aspect,
Yeah.
You're not a salary employee, right? You're just a 1099 contractor,
1099 for everything I do.
for everything. They're just hired gun.
Right.
Okay. I just was.
I mean,
curious.
maybe one day a band picks me up and they put me on
maybe,
salary.
you know,
You never-
if they ever
you
drop their
never know.
fucking album, I've been waiting for 2.5 years.
Hey, that's what I was gonna say. He's on the fucking
Yeah, he's
album.
on the album.
He made
Yeah.
the album with us. Rattlesnake Gumbo will be out next Thursday on April 13th. The
Check it
entire
out.
thing. Yeah, go fucking listen.
Need
to
the
it.
spins, need the plays. Oh, where can people find you on the internet?
So I'm on Instagram. It's funny. Tony makes fun of me all the time. He said my Instagram handle's like a fucking password, but it's at Mike A Gonz Gonz 13.
Nice.
Yeah.
You got anything on YouTube? Anything else you want to push?
I mean, I got
bro?
some shit on
Shit,
YouTube.
but
It's whatever. Most of my shit is on Instagram. I post
Yeah.
everything there. All the shows with him. You know, shit that I do with my fiance. We just did a country show last
Dude, I
week.
love that, by the way. I was telling him about that because he was like, what else has Mike been doing? Say more about that because, I want to go catch one of those, so I haven't been able to make it. But
I
you
know.
got Matt Muling on the guitar, Sam on the pedals.
Yeah,
too.
dude, just some fucking killers, bro.
Dude, yeah, my buddy Eli playing guitar, my buddy Ryan Hagler playing bass, and then three singers.
shit.
We had Michaela Khan, obviously my fiance, Anna Cargill leading, and Courtney Gale singing, and then me on the drums. Man.
Y'all do it-
Also Matt's wife, Christina Steele, on fiddle, bro. We had pedal steel
Where
and
y'all
fiddle.
I want to go see this. Goddamn.
I know
dude.
they play the same. They play at the same time. So we're doing it once a month, starting in May. It's the last week of last Thursday in May.
At Far Out?
At Far Out Lounge.
Okay.
man.
I want to
Yeah.
check that out. Are y'all playing covers? Y'all playing just y'all's own music?
It's
or
I mean,
mixture?
I wish, man. I would not. We're not there yet, but we're
Hitting some
doing
covers though.
only 90s country.
The golden era.
The golden fucking
The
era.
gold. They don't make country music like that no more.
Goddamn right. Dude.
Okay.
I mean, I really feel so somebody asked me, is like, yo, if I give you a night in my club, what would you do? And I went home and I was like, man, what the fuck? Anna and I never play. We haven't played together in years.
Yeah.
So my first idea was like, what if her and I put a fucking 90s country band?
Can you do a little two-stepping? Can you do a little dancing? Can you cut a little rug?
Bro, I cut that rug meat. So check this out. My dad was a country music DJ in the Valley. He used to DJ Tejano music and country music in these same clubs, bro. Bomb.
Damn, dude, that double whammy, bro.
Bro, it's fucking crazy. So and my mom would go with him to these clubs and be out. They'd be dancing all night. He'd be working, and then after he finishes, another DJ would come up and they'd be dancing. So growing up, we used to have this country saloon called Winks down in Brownsville.
Yeah, I remember Winks.
Do you remember Winks? Did you go? Fuck, dude, that's wild. It's not there anymore. I don't know what it is now, but in middle school and high school, my parents would take us, and my sisters and I would just watch them dance. And then it just comes out where you sit there and watch for so many years, and you can fucking do it. And that's how I learned, by watching my parents do it.
The same way.
Yeah, man.
Watching my parents in the garage.
Yeah, for sure. And honestly, that's how I really learned music too. My dad was a DJ, so he had vinyl records and fucking 8-track tapes and anything you can fucking think of. And his best friend is also a DJ.
So you had no choice. Music was there the whole goddamn
Music was there the whole time.
Literally.
And it's funny, nobody else in my family plays music. My dad was the DJ, and then now I'm a musician.
That's
cool. So it was kind of like passed down through that. Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, shit, boys. What are we at there, Big G?
It says it right there.
Okay, yeah. Well, I can't even read regular stuff.
I can't even read. Where the fuck is it?
Hour
5, right in it.
Well, man, Mikey, I appreciate you coming. Hell,
man, I appreciate y'all fucking having me.
This is a good little interview, man. Since we are gonna release, we'll release today, so it won't be where we have to wait a week because Gary wants to edit 17 camera angles. Bobby, where are you going to be this week? You be tomorrow. You got what? Thursday, you're at the
last time at Copperhead. We'll be there. Orgeron crawfish will be boiling.
Good ass crawfish. Good ass crawfish,
that sounds
dude.
amazing.
I've been like a storm chaser after tornadoes. Everywhere he's boiling, I'm going. I swear to God.
Because it's honestly some of the best crawfish I've had in Austin.
I got to go with you.
It's good.
That sounds delicious.
And now season's starting to come ripe, so they're going to be bigger. Because when we went, it was preseason, but it was small the first time we went, like 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, I've seen him since every week. Yeah, they're fucking selects now. Little mud lobsters, baby.
Are you going to eat it in that white shirt, that tablecloth, or not?
Yeah, I am. I'm going to use it for the last time, and then I'm just going to fucking hang it up on the wire with my tennis shoes.
And myself, I got shows tonight at Mothership, and then Thursday we're in Dallas. Friday we're in Oklahoma City, in Austin on Saturday for the Big Texas Showcase at the new Sunset Strip that just opened that.
Yeah, man, it's
so
Red
we're
Bands.
fucking out here.
It's Red Bands Club.
And then you can catch us on Easter Sunday. We'll be out there giving out Easter eggs to the children and making your mom's panties absolutely moist with another hour of Boys Down Yonder.
That's right.
I want to thank my co-host and my guest, Mike. Mikey G, check him out, look him up.
Yeah.
I'm really interested next when y'all really start doing that shit every Thursday. I want to come out to that. That sounds incredible.
Yeah.
What do y'all say? That Far Out
Lounge.
last Thursday of every month. Starting in May.
Starting in May.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I just want to say next week I'll be in Amherst, Michigan. Amherst, Massachusetts. On Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then I'm in Lafayette on Friday, the 21st, and then Baton Rouge on the 22nd with the Peterson brothers.
Oh, hell yeah.
I miss my bros. I haven't played with them in a minute, but that's where I'll be. Y'all can check me out there.
I love them Cajun women south of I-10, son of a bitch.
Oh, man, Lafayette, baby.
Lafayette, them big butt Cajun. Hey, but this has been another fucking episode of My Drunk Uncle's podcast. Remember always to get your cat and dog spayed and neutered. Shout out Bob Barker.